Hit me. Let this little man try his magic punch. I'll stand completely still." Those words came from Muhammad Ali, the heavyweight champion of the world, as he stood defenseless in a San Francisco boxing ring, challenging Bruce Lee to strike him. 5 seconds later, the greatest was on his knees gasping for air, and 250 witnesses had just seen something that would be debated for the next 50 years. What happened in those 5 seconds didn't just shock the boxing world. It made history, challenged everything people believed about combat, and created a legend that still divides sports fans today. This is the story of the night two legends collided, and why Muhammad Ali still won't talk about it publicly. San Francisco, California. Civic Auditorium Arena, March 18, 1973. The air inside the arena is thick with anticipation. 250 people are crammed into a space designed for boxing matches. But tonight there are no scheduled fights, no tickets sold, no official event. Just whispers, rumors, and a challenge that has been building for 4 weeks. A challenge that should not exist. Muhammad Ali stands in the center of a professional boxing ring. 6'3", 210 pounds of pure muscle and lightning, fast reflexes. The man who floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The man who has beaten every challenger, who has defended his title against the strongest, toughest, most dangerous fighters on the planet. He wears black boxing shorts and golden gloves. His torso gleams under the arena lights. His body is a monument to athletic excellence. Shoulders like mountains, arms thick with raw power. A chest that has absorbed countless punches and kept fighting. He is the undisputed king of combat sports. And tonight, he has issued a challenge that shocked everyone. Tonight, he has called out Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee stands 5'8", weighs 140 pounds. A martial arts master from Hong Kong who has been creating waves in Hollywood with his demonstrations and philosophy. He is not a boxer, has never fought in a professional ring, has no heavyweight championship, no Olympic gold medals, no recognized titles in the world of combat sports. But he possesses something else, a reputation. Whispers claiming his speed breaks the laws of physics. Stories saying he can strike faster than the human eye can follow. Legends declaring he has mastered something beyond what Western boxing comprehends. For 4 weeks, the martial arts community and the boxing world have been electrified. It began at a private gathering in Malibu. Ali was there, surrounded by celebrities, commanding attention as he always does. Someone brought up Bruce Lee. Someone mentioned that Bruce claimed martial arts could defeat boxing. Ali laughed, not with anger, just with the confidence of a man who has fought the best and conquered every time. "Bring him to me," Ali declared, his voice echoing across the room. "Let him strike me. Let me witness this kung fu magic everyone discusses. I will stand completely still. I will not defend. I will not move. Just let him hit me with his strongest shot. Then we will discover if kung fu is reality or just performance art." The challenge wasn't intended to be serious. It was Ali being Ali, the showman, the entertainer, the man who could promote a spectacle better than anyone in history. But the word spread like wildfire through the martial arts schools of Los Angeles, through the Hollywood studios where Bruce was working, through newspapers and television stations. Muhammad Ali challenges Bruce Lee, the greatest boxer in the world, versus the mysterious martial artist from Hong Kong. Bruce heard about it the following morning. He was conducting a private training session in his Oakland school when one of his senior students handed him the newspaper article. The headline screamed, "Ali to Bruce Lee, show me your best strike." Bruce read the article in complete silence. His students waited, expecting fury or dismissal. but Bruce simply folded the newspaper carefully and placed it aside. "Fascinating," was all he said. 3 weeks of negotiations followed. Ali's team made it very public. They wanted a spectacle, a demonstration. Evidence that boxing was superior to martial arts. Bruce's team was extremely cautious. This wasn't a legitimate fight. This was a challenge designed to embarrass. If Bruce declined, people would claim he was frightened. If Bruce accepted and failed, his entire reputation would be shattered. But if he accepted and succeeded, he would need to accomplish the impossible. He would need to strike the fastest heavyweight boxer in history. A man whose defensive instincts were so refined, he could avoid punches he never even saw coming. Finally, Bruce made his choice. He contacted Ali's manager personally. "I accept," Bruce stated calmly. "But this is not a fight. This is a demonstration. One strike. That is everything." He stands motionless. "I strike once, then we are done. No second attempts, no do-overs. One moment. That is all history requires." Ali's team agreed immediately. They established the conditions: a private event, no media coverage, no cameras, only witnesses. People from both the boxing and martial arts communities, people who could confirm what transpired. The location would be the Civic Auditorium Arena, a venue Ali frequently used for training. The date: March 18, 1973, Friday evening. Now that evening has arrived. 250 people fill the arena, gathered around the ring, occupying the front rows, packed together with the energy of a crowd that understands they are about to witness something that defies belief. Among them are boxing trainers who have developed champions, martial arts grandmasters who have devoted their entire lives to combat, sports reporters who have documented every significant fight for decades, Hollywood directors and actors, and ordinary people who heard the rumors and somehow received invitations. The atmosphere is electric. Conversations buzz around the arena. Half the crowd believes this is nonsense, a publicity stunt that will end with Ali laughing and Bruce embarrassed. The other half believes they are about to see something revolutionary, something that will change how the world understands fighting. In one corner, a group of professional boxers argues loudly. "There's no way a martial artist can touch Ali." One insists. Ali has fought killers. Real killers. Men who punch with the force of sledgehammers. What is Bruce going to do? Dance around and do his little tricks. In another section, martial arts practitioners defend their discipline passionately. "Boxing is limited," one kung fu master explains. "It only uses fists. It only targets certain areas." Bruce understands the entire human body. He knows pressure points, nerve pathways, energy channels that boxers don't even know exist. The debate rages on, but it stops the moment Bruce Lee enters the arena. He walks through the crowd wearing simple black pants and a black tank top. No robe, no entourage, no dramatic entrance music. Just Bruce, moving with the fluid grace of water. Completely relaxed, yet absolutely alert. He steps through the ropes and stands in the ring. His body looks almost fragile compared to Ali. Where Ali is massive, Bruce is lean. Where Ali is imposing, Bruce is compact. The size difference is shocking. Ali outweighs him by 70 pounds. Ali is 7 inches taller. This looks like a grown man preparing to face a teenager. But anyone looking closely at Bruce's eyes would see something else. Focus. Absolute, unbreakable focus. The kind of concentration that comes from decades of training, from 10,000 hours of practice, from a life dedicated entirely to understanding combat at its deepest level. Ali watches Bruce enter. His famous smile spreads across his face. He begins his usual pre-fight banter, talking to the crowd, to his trainers, to anyone who will listen. "Look at him. Ali announces, gesturing toward Bruce. He is so small I might step on him by accident. Maybe I should close my eyes to make it fair. The crowd laughs. This is vintage Ali. The psychological warfare, the mind games, the confidence that borders on arrogance, but somehow remains charming. Bruce does not react. He simply stretches slowly, methodically, preparing his body with movements that look more like meditation than warm-up exercises. A referee steps into the ring. He is a respected figure in both boxing and martial arts communities, chosen specifically because both sides trust him. He gathers Ali and Bruce at the center of the ring to explain the rules. This is a demonstration, not a fight. The referee states firmly, Muhammad Ali will stand still with his hands down. Bruce Lee will attempt one strike to the body. One strike only. No follow-up. No combinations. After the strike, the demonstration is complete. Both fighters nod their agreement. The referee continues. Muhammad, you cannot block, cannot move, cannot defend. You must stand completely still and allow the strike. Ali nods, his smile never fading. No problem, Ali responds confidently. I have been hit by Sonny Liston. I have been hit by Joe Frazier. Let this little man try his magic punch. Bruce. The referee turns to him. You have one attempt. Choose your target carefully. Make it count. Bruce simply nods. No words, no boasting, just acknowledgement. The referee steps back. The arena falls silent. 250 people hold their breath simultaneously. Ali moves to the center of the ring. He plants his feet shoulder-width apart, assuming a stable stance. He spreads his arms wide, exposing his entire torso. His chest, his ribs, his stomach, all vulnerable, all unprotected. Come on, Bruce, Ali calls out, right here. His hand taps his solar plexus. This is where all the martial arts masters claim they can shut down a man. Show me. Bruce approaches slowly, not rushing, not hesitating, just moving with complete control. He stops exactly 3 feet in front of Ali, close enough to strike, far enough to prepare. The two men lock eyes. Ali is still grinning, but there is something new in his expression now. Curiosity. This is a man who has faced every type of fighter. Power punchers, technical boxers, wild brawlers, defensive specialists. But he has never faced anyone like Bruce Lee. Bruce's breathing is perfectly controlled. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Slow, rhythmic, centering. His body is completely relaxed. His shoulders drop. His hands hang naturally at his sides. He looks almost casual, as if he is standing in line at a grocery store, not preparing to strike the greatest boxer alive. But his eyes tell a different story. They are locked on Ali's solar plexus with laser precision. Not looking at Ali's face, not watching for reactions, just focusing on the exact point where his strike will land. The target, the vulnerability, the place where nerves cluster beneath muscle and bone. The crowd leans forward collectively. Cameras that were explicitly forbidden somehow appear in hands around the arena. People want proof. They want to capture this moment because they know, somehow, that what happens next will be discussed for decades. Ali's trainers stand at the edge of the ring. One of them, a veteran boxing coach who has worked with 3 world champions, whispers to his colleague, "This is a mistake. Ali shouldn't be doing this." What if Bruce actually hurts him? The other trainer shrugs. Ali can't be hurt by a punch he sees coming. And this little guy has to wind up to generate power. Ali will see it a mile away. Bruce's right hand moves. Not a wind-up. Not a chambered punch. Not a telegraphed motion, just movement. Pure, explosive, instantaneous movement. His fist travels from his side to a point 6 inches in front of Ali's solar plexus in a time span that seems to violate physics. The sound is not a thud. It is a crack, a sharp, precise impact that echoes through the arena like a whip snapping. Bruce's fist makes contact with Ali's body just below the sternum, directly at the solar plexus, the complex network of nerves that controls breathing and connects to every vital organ. The strike is not wild, not desperate, not lucky. It is placed with surgical accuracy, delivered with a force that seems impossible given the complete absence of visible preparation. Muhammad Ali's body reacts in a way that shocks everyone present. Not the way a boxer's body reacts when hit. There is no backward stumble, no theatrical collapse, no delayed reaction. Instead, Ali's knees buckle instantly. His legs lose all strength. His arms, which were spread wide in confident challenge, drop to his sides like dead weight. His mouth opens wide. He tries to breathe. Cannot. His diaphragm has completely spasmed. The nerves in his solar plexus have been overloaded, short-circuited. He is fully conscious. His brain is functioning perfectly, but his body has stopped obeying commands. The connection between mind and muscle has been severed by a single, perfectly placed strike. He sinks to one knee, then to both knees. He is on the canvas, kneeling. The heavyweight champion of the world, brought down by a single strike from a man 70 pounds lighter. The arena is utterly silent. Not a single sound. 250 people frozen in disbelief, trying to process what they just witnessed. Trying to understand how a man who was standing relaxed, with his hands down, managed to strike the fastest defensive boxer in history, with such speed and precision that nobody saw the punch coming. Trying to reconcile the impossible image before them, Muhammad Ali, the man who has never been knocked down by punches from the hardest hitters in boxing, on his knees, unable to breathe, defeated by a strike that appeared effortless. 5 seconds pass. Ali remains on his knees. His hands press against the canvas. He leans forward, forcing his lungs to work, desperately trying to pull air into his paralyzed body. His face is contorted, not in pain, but in absolute shock, in complete disbelief. This is not supposed to be possible. He has absorbed punishment from George Foreman, whose punches could break concrete. He has survived combinations from Joe Frazier that would hospitalize ordinary men. But none of those strikes felt like this. None of them shut down his entire body so completely, so instantly. Bruce Lee stands above him, not celebrating, not gloating, not even smiling. Just standing. His hand has returned to his side. His expression remains unchanged, calm, focused, respectful, waiting. The referee rushes over, dropping to his knees beside Ali. "Champion, can you breathe? Are you injured?" Ali nods weakly. His breathing is slowly returning. The spasm is releasing gradually, painfully. He sucks in a ragged breath, then another. His body is coming back under his control. The paralysis is fading. He lifts his head and looks up at Bruce. And for the first time in his entire professional career, Muhammad Ali has absolutely no words. Bruce extends his hand, not in triumph, but in respect. Warrior to warrior. Ali stares at the offered hand for a long moment. Then he grasps it firmly. Bruce helps pull the heavyweight champion to his feet. Ali stands unsteady, still struggling to fully catch his breath. He shakes his head, trying to clear the fog, trying to comprehend what just occurred. He looks directly at Bruce. "What did you do to me?" His voice is hoarse, barely above a whisper. Bruce's response is quiet, meant only for Ali's ears. "I showed you what you asked to see. Martial arts is not boxing. It is not about raw power or muscle mass. It is about precision, about understanding the human body completely, about striking not where you see strength, but where you find weakness." He pauses. Everybody has vulnerable points. Pressure points, nerve clusters, energy pathways. You are the strongest boxer in the world. But strength becomes irrelevant if I do not target your strength. I target your vulnerability. Ali takes a deep breath. His body is functioning normally again. His pride is wounded far more than his physical body. He looks at Bruce with completely new eyes. Eyes that have witnessed something he genuinely did not believe was real. Eyes that have been open to possibilities beyond his previous understanding. He extends his glove. Bruce shakes it firmly. Ali pulls him close, speaks directly into his ear so only Bruce can hear. Nobody will believe this happened. They will call us both liars. Bruce nods slowly. I know. But you will know the truth, and that is sufficient. Ali steps back. Then, in a gesture that stuns the entire arena, he raises Bruce's hand high in the air, the gesture of a champion acknowledging another true warrior. The crowd explodes, half in cheers, half in absolute confusion. Arguments break out instantly throughout the arena. People shouting, debating furiously. What did we just witness? Was it real? Did Ali allow him to win? Was it staged? How is any of this possible? Bruce Lee leaves the ring immediately. He does not stay for questions, does not give interviews, does not seek attention or glory. He simply walks through the chaotic crowd, through the exit, and disappears into the San Francisco night. Muhammad Ali remains in the ring longer, talking to trainers, to journalists who were not supposed to be present, but somehow gained access. He tells them the same thing he will repeat to everyone for the rest of his life. Bruce Lee struck me. I did not see it coming. I did not feel it building. And then I could not breathe. That man possesses something genuinely real. But the world will not believe it. The story will be told and retold, but it will be dismissed. Martial arts masters will swear it happened. Bruce Lee's students will verify every detail. But mainstream sports media will ignore it, label it rumor, call it myth, dismiss it as impossible. Because how can a 140-pound man drop the heavyweight champion with a single strike? It defies logic. It contradicts everything boxing teaches. It cannot be real. Except it was real. 250 witnesses saw it happen. Muhammad Ali felt it in every nerve of his body. In the days following the demonstration, the boxing world reacts with skepticism and denial. Major sports magazines refuse to cover the story. When asked directly about it, Ali's official team releases a statement claiming it was just a friendly sparring session, nothing more. The martial arts community, however, explodes with validation. Schools across America begin advertising their connection to Bruce Lee's lineage. Masters who were present that night become celebrities in their own circles, telling and retelling the story to students who listen with wide-eyed amazement. Bruce himself refuses all interviews about the incident. When reporters track him down at his training facility, he gives them nothing. It was a private demonstration, he states simply. A conversation between two martial artists. Nothing more. The specifics are not important. The principles are what matter. But privately, to his closest students, Bruce explains what actually happened that night. The strike I used was called the 1-inch punch, he tells them. But that name is misleading. It is not about the distance. It is about the complete utilization of body mechanics, kinetic energy transfer, and precise targeting. Most people punch with their arm. Bruce continues. They generate power from the shoulder and elbow. That requires wind-up, telegraphing, preparation. But if you understand how to engage the entire body, how to transfer power from the ground through the legs, through the hips, through the core, and finally through the fist, you can generate devastating force from any position. The solar plexus is the key, Bruce explains, gesturing to his own torso. It is not just a soft target. It is a command center. Strike it correctly and you do not just cause pain. You disrupt the entire nervous system temporarily. Breathing stops. Muscle control vanishes. The body shuts down to protect itself. For the rest of his life, whenever someone asks Muhammad Ali who hit him the hardest, he provides the expected answers publicly: George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Sonny Liston. These are the names people want to hear, the names that make sense within the boxing narrative. But in private conversations, in quiet moments with trusted friends, Ali tells the complete truth. Bruce Lee, he admits, one punch. I did not see it coming. I did not believe it was possible. And I will never forget how it felt. The demonstration that night in San Francisco changed both men in ways neither fully anticipated. For Ali, it opened his mind to the reality that combat extends far beyond what boxing encompasses. That size and strength, while important, are not the ultimate factors in fighting. That knowledge, precision, and understanding of human anatomy can overcome physical advantages. For Bruce, it validated his life's work. He had spent decades developing Jeet Kune Do, his martial arts philosophy that emphasized efficiency, directness, and scientific understanding of combat. That night, in front of 250 witnesses, he proved that his theories were not just philosophical concepts, but practical, applicable techniques. The story fades from public consciousness relatively quickly. Without video evidence, without official documentation, it becomes just another legend in the vast collection of martial arts mythology. Skeptics dismiss it entirely. Believers accept it as gospel truth. The reality, as always, exists somewhere between the extremes. But the 250 people who were present that night know exactly what they witnessed. They saw the impossible made real. They watched a 140-pound martial artist drop the greatest heavyweight boxer in history with a single devastating strike. They witnessed the moment when Eastern martial arts philosophy met Western boxing dominance and proved that combat has more dimensions than most people comprehend. Decades later, after both Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali have passed away, their students and followers continue debating what happened that night. Was it real? Was it exaggerated? Could it have happened the way people claim? The debates continue endlessly, fueled by the absence of concrete evidence and the presence of passionate believers on both sides. But perhaps the truth does not require validation from skeptics. Perhaps the truth lives in the memories of those who were there, in the knowledge shared between two warriors who tested themselves against each other and discovered mutual respect. Perhaps the truth is simply that on one night in March 1973, in a private arena in San Francisco, Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali created a moment that transcended sports, transcended ego, and demonstrated the eternal principle that mastery comes in many forms. And perhaps that is enough. The legend does not need to be believed by everyone. It only needs to be true. March 18, 1973, San Francisco. 5 seconds that made history. The night, the greatest, learned that greatness has many faces, and sometimes the most powerful truth comes in the smallest package. That's what happened when legends collide. That's what 250 people witnessed. That's what 5 seconds can teach the world about respect, humility, and the infinite possibilities of human potential. Sometimes history is made not in years or months, but in moments. And sometimes those moments are so perfect, so impossible, so true, that they echo through time forever. This was one of those moments.